What if just 30 minutes for yourself could change the way you feel about your entire day? I used to think I was too busy for art, but when I started waking up at 4:30 in the morning just to create, everything shifted. Even on days when I was too tired and it felt like a struggle. Those 30 minutes became my anchor. I noticed I was less stressed. My husband also noticed it. And making time for myself changed how I showed up for work and how I felt on the weekends. This journey wasn't about being perfect or productive. It was about showing up for myself, no matter what my schedule looked like. If you ever wondered if you could fit creativity into your life, even when you're busy, I want to share with you what I learned, what I discovered over these past 100 days. It really surprised me. So let's dive in and talk about how just 30 minutes can change everything. So stick around while we ratchet up your art. When I started this 100-day journey, I wanted more than just a creative outlet. I wanted to relieve stress, build my confidence, and prove to myself and maybe even you that you can show up for yourself, even when life is unpredictable. Honestly, I really questioned if I could go live every morning for 100 days. I was really worried about letting others down, and it wasn't and and I wasn't really sure if what I had to share would resonate or be of any value. Sometimes I just wanted to do my art quietly, but I felt the pressure to talk while creating. And that's hard when your energy is into the art and not in the words. But I kept showing up even when I was traveling. And I had to go live from hotel rooms. Good afternoon, wherever you are. Or when technology just didn't cooperate. Some days I really struggled to wake up, and other days I was ready to go. Every day I craved that sense of accomplishment that comes from doing something just for me, no matter what. It didn't matter where I was or what challenges popped up. I just did me. And there were times when people saw a transformation in my art in real time. Like, for example, when I went from abstracts to more realistic work, they would say, "You come alive when your art transforms." That feedback helped me to see that sometimes the journey is in the art. Honestly, this journey brought up some bittersweet thoughts, like whether I should keep going or should I just give it up and give myself permission to rest. And I'll share that answer at the end of this video. But if you want a place where you can share your latest art, connect with others who truly get the creative journey, and feel supportive every step of the way, join our community. This is a space where you can post your work, find inspiration, and build real connections with like-minded artists. You'll find the link below in the description. It wasn't just about proving I could do this or being a role model. It was about finally making time for myself and my art, something that I've always struggled with. I've had to make a conscious decision to find and protect that time no matter the circumstance. And I chose early mornings because that's when my creativity is at its highest. At 4:30 a.m., the house is quiet, my family is still asleep, and there's no chaos. Just space for me and my art. After work, I'm usually too tired and drained to find any joy in creating. Work tends to shut me down, leaving me in a vegetation state with nothing left for creativity. The 100-day project gave me the push I needed. And when a friend of mine mentioned that she was going to do it, I thought to myself, if not now, then when? So I joined her, and together we committed to this journey. Now, my biggest obstacle wasn't making art for 100 days. It was really sticking to my 30-minute window and getting to work by 5 a.m. I'd often go over my time setting up the next day's live, journaling, or taking care of other tasks. And sometimes I felt stuck, like I couldn't take on any other creative project or make new videos because the commitment to going live every morning took up so much space. There were days I didn't want to stop creating and head to work. The long hours of my job meant that no matter when I started, I'd have to work later. And I wasn't about doing that. Finding time for myself wasn't always the problem. Letting go of my art time to jumping into a demanding workday was. That push and pull was real. And on the weekends, I wanted to sleep in. But I didn't. I'd do the lives and then I'd go back and take a nap. Over these past 100 days, something really shifted in me, and I find myself actually looking forward to getting up at 4:30 in the morning. most days, and creating art. That time really became my sacred space, a way to move my mindset forward and approach everything, even work, differently. I realized I could focus on what I wanted out of life, not just what work demanded of me. My narrative changed. Work became something that supports my life, not the center of it. This journey felt like a higher calling, not just for me, but for those who watch the replays or join me live. By taking care of myself first, I was able to show up for my family and, yes, even for work at a healthy distance. I learned to disconnect my identity from my job because I put myself first every day. That transformation, putting my art and my well being first, helped me reclaim a sense of self and inspired others to do the same. And my husband even commented that he noticed a change, less stress, more joy. And while not everyone in my house understood the journey, I knew I was doing something that mattered to me. I would love for you to post your latest piece or introduce yourself into our community. You'll find a group of people who actually care about your creative journey and not just your finished product. There's a link below in the description, so come on and share your story and see what others are making too. If you want to take on your 100-day art journey or just want to make creativity a bigger part of your life, here's what I learned. 1. Consistency builds empowerment. Showing up daily, even when life feels overwhelming, creates momentum that spills into other areas of your life. And for me, creating every morning renewed my energy for tackling challenges at work and helped me feel more control of my day. The second thing I learned, adaptability sparks creativity. You don't need to be in a perfect condition to make art. Traveling with limited supplies taught me that creativity thrives on problem solving. And by paring down to just the essentials I needed to travel, I learned to create anywhere and find joy in the process. The third thing I learned was creating art as a form of problem solving. One of the most rewarding parts of this journey has been shifting from solving external problems to solving artistic challenges I set for myself. This shift helped me reconnect my creativity and let go of stress. And the fourth thing that I really learned was that community amplifies inspiration. Sharing this journey live connected me with people who inspired me as much as I hope to inspire them. And knowing others are watching and supporting you makes showing up even more meaningful. And the fifth thing that I learned is embracing imperfections. There were days when things went wrong, like my audio not working during a live session. Everything's working. We're ready to go, as you can see. Instead of letting embarrassment take over, I embraced it as part of being real and authentic. Imperfections, well, they make us human and they make us relatable. Sixth lesson that I learned was art as a mindfulness practice. Creating every morning helped me feel more connected to myself and present in the moment. And when I focused on my art, everything else faded away. The stress, the noise, it all disappeared. Art became my anchor. So the question remains, am I going to keep getting up at 4:30 a.m., going live every morning for another 100 days? The truth is, I'm not sure I want to keep the pressure of those early morning lives. What I do know is that I'm going to keep making time for myself and my art, whether that means getting up early or simply carving out a space whenever I need it the most. This journey really reminded me how important it is to create space for what matters. And I hope you find your own version of what that commitment, whatever it looks like for you. If you're ready to take the next step, join our creative community, share your progress, post your latest work, and connect with others who are on the same path. This is your space to be seen, supported, and inspired, no matter where you are in your journey.